Brooks Scholars, this is the way. Hey, we start our day. Hey, we got the knowledge. Hey, to go to college. Hey, but don't stop there. No, go anywhere. Hey, this is the way. Hey, we start our day. Hey, hey, Brooks Scholars, where's the party at? Right here in East Brooks. Hey, Brooks Scholars, what time is it? Time to motivate you. Good morning, Book Scholars, and welcome to day 14 of Word Study. Today is Monday, April 6th, 2020. And remember, if you don't have the packet, it is okay. All you will need is a blank piece of paper and a pencil to write with. Everything that we're going to do, I'm going to talk about it or I'm going to have it on the screen so that you know what to do. We're going to get right into word study and we're going to start with our mixed review. Today we're going to go over some chunks that you should know in a snap. These are really important because when you get to a tricky word in a book, you can sound out those chunks in order to then blend and then figure out what the word is what the word says. So let's get started. KN says like in no. Like I know that. EA says E. OY says oi, like in toy. OI says oi. AI says A. AY says A, like in the word say. A says A or I. OW says or. OW says ow, like an owl, or O, like in no. IGH says I, like in right, like you are right. LE says oh. SION says shun. TION says shun. Final GH says like in graph. EW says ooh. UI says ooh, like in the word suit. OOR says or. ORE says or, like in more. If you had any trouble on these, it is okay. I want you to review or rewind the video and just go over those chunks that you had a little bit of trouble on. Again, these are super important because when you see a tricky word that has these chunks, you automatically knows what that chunk says and then you can blend a little easier. All right, now we're going to do our heart words. We are going to say, spell, then say again. You guys ready? I've. I apostrophe V-E. I've. Wheel, like in we will. W-E apostrophe L-L. Wouldn't. W-O-U-L-D-N apostrophe T. Wouldn't. Shouldn't. S-H-O-U-L-D-N apostrophe T. shouldn't, haven't, Haven apostrophe T, haven't, hadn't, like had not, Hadn apostrophe T, hadn't, doesn't, like in does not, Doesn apostrophe T, doesn't, couldn't, like in could not, Could apostrophe T, couldn't. And last but not least, we have play. 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 Oh, look at that. Ooh. All right, so let's see if you can say these words in a snap. Oh, wait. Go. Hopefully in a snap you said I've, will, wouldn't, shouldn't, haven't, hadn't, doesn't, couldn't, play. I'm sure you guys did an amazing job on these. All right, friends. Now I want you, you're going to see all of the heart words on the screen. I want you to pause the video and write each heart word down 3 times. I want you to make sure that your short letters are short, your tall letters are tall, and your low letters are low. Take the time to pause the video and write each word 3 times. Okay, hopefully by now you are done. We're going to go straight into grammar. All right, I'm going to put up the 3 sentences that we're going to be working with on the screen. I want you to split your paper up into nouns. And it doesn't have to be as big as mine. And verbs. Now we know a noun is if you said a person, place, thing, animal, or an idea, give your gives. Excellent. So when you see a noun in the sentence, you're going to write it on this part. A verb is, well, there's 2 different types of verbs. There's action verbs, which are actions, and then there are being verbs. For this sentence, for these sentences, I just want you to worry about action verbs. Got it? Got it. Alrighty, friends. So now that we did this, you can feel free to write a few lines on each side. You can even feel free to make them double lines. Just do a little line on top. Totally up to you. I'm going to leave these doubles, these singles, so that you can see how my letters. But again, your letters should be, your tall letters go above the line. Your low letters or your small letters hug the lines, and your low letters go below the line. All right. So I'm going to read each sentence out loud. Then you're going to read each sentence by yourself, and you're going to list the nouns and the verbs in each sentence. The first sentence is, the mouse ran across the floor. I wonder if there's any nouns or verbs in that sentence. The next one, many students are reading amazing books. Last but not least, Judith danced to the music. Alrighty, friends, I want you to read each sentence by yourself and list all of the nouns and list all of the verbs. Make sure you're only thinking about those action verbs for today. Go. I know every noun is usually doing an action, or I know the verb usually comes before or after the noun, so. All right, friends, if you're not done, it is okay. I want you to pause the video, finish each sentence, list your nouns and verbs, and then press play when you're ready. Okay, all together. If you had mouse, floor as nouns from your first sentence, give your brain a kiss. Mwah. In the second sentence, we had students, books. A mouse is an animal, a floor is a thing, students are people, books are things, therefore they are nouns. Then we have Judith, a person, therefore she is a noun. And music, music is a thing. So hopefully you had these 6 down. If you're missing any, I want you to stop and think next time, did I get all of the nouns and the verbs? I'm sorry, well, all of the nouns for now. All right, and then for verbs, we're only focusing on action verbs. So in the first sentence, the mouse ran. If you put ran as your action verb, give your brain a kiss. Mwah. Reading, the students are reading. Give your brain a kiss. Mwah. To read is an action. It's definitely something you can do. And Judith and her, I forget what the son. Hold on, sorry. Judith is just Judith. Judith danced. That is the action that she is doing. Danced. So hopefully you got these 6 nouns and these 3 verbs, action verbs, as your for your nouns and verbs for those 3 sentences. Next up we have dictation. I'm going to say the sentence twice, and then we're going to say it together. Your job when doing dictation is to stop and think, what does your sentence always start with? What does it always end with? Are there any proper nouns? Therefore, they should be capitalized. Am I stretching out any tricky sounds or any tricky words? And then, am I spelling my heart words correctly? Hopefully you guys are doing this, and I'm sure you guys are because you guys are amazing role models. For your exit ticket today, I'm actually going to ask that parents take a picture of their sentences during dictation and send it via Seesaw. And There'll be a little bit more on that on Seesaw. But all right, let's get started. The sentence is, did Miss Cashin find her coffee mug? Did Miss Cashin find her coffee mug? All together. Did Miss Cashin, I guess Miss Cashin is two words. Miss Cashin find her coffee mug? 7. Did Miss Cashin, actually, I think Miss Cashin is one word. Did Miss Cashin find her coffee mug? 6. And ask yourself, what type of sentence is this? Go. Did Cashin. Coffee, coffee. Mug. I'm gonna go back and double check my work. All right, hopefully by now you are done. If you're not done, let's go over it. I want you to pause the video. And if you are done, let's go over it together. So if you're not done, pause it and then press play when you're ready and we'll go over it. So let's get started. First things first, if you got did Miss Cashin find her coffee mug on your paper, really good job. That means you were doing a really great job of listening the first time, the first, second, and third time. Oh, wow, look at that, it's all shining. Anyway, now let's go on to our proper writing habits. If you capitalize the D in did because it's the beginning of the sentence, give me a brain, I guess. Mwah. If you put a punctuation mark, specifically a question mark, because I'm asking you a question, did Miss Cashin find her coffee mug? It's a question that you can answer. Or, yeah, it's something that you can answer. Therefore, this is actually a question. So the punctuation mark that should be here is a question mark. All right, so we have the beginning capitalized and we have our punctuation mark. Now let's go through each word. Did is a heart word. So if you spelled it D-I-D, give your brain a kiss. Mwah. Miss is a heart word. M-S, period. Give your brain a kiss. Mwah. Cashin was pretty tough. So I tapped out every sound, or I sounded out every part of the sentence of her name. So k, k. I know C says k, ah, ah. A says ah, sh, sh. Well, I know SH says sh, so I have cash, E, cashin, cashin. If you spelled it like this or with an I, that's okay. You could have been saying it like cashin, instead of but either way would have been right. Find is a heart word. F-I-N-D. Find. Her is a heart word. H-E-R, her. Coffee. Off. Cough. Now, if you put PH, because PH says no big deal, technically It's phonetically spelled correctly. Coffee, I know I know comes together to say the long E sound. I also get coffee all the time, so I know how to spell coffee. But if you spell the EA instead of EE, it is okay because phonetically you still spelled it correctly. Mug, U, G, mug. If you spell mug this way, I said, I'll give you a brain a kiss. Mwah. Well, let's talk about why the C and the M are capitalized. Miss Cashin is her specific name. And we know specific names are capitalized because they are proper nouns. So if you capitalize the M and the C in Miss Cashin, give your brain a kiss. Mwah. I'm sure you guys did an amazing job in this. Next up, we're going to go into our blends. Our nonsense words and syllables. So I have 3 nonsense words. That are up, that I'm going to put down here. Actually, I'll put them up. Just so that you can write them ahead of time. So I have 3 nonsense words. Your job is to figure out the chunks in each word and successively blend it. Remember, when we successively blend, we start from the beginning, we say the next sound, and then we go back to the beginning. Then we go to the next sound, back to the beginning. Start blending all the way until you get to the end. I want you to blend and say each word. What does each word, each nonsense word say based on the chunks? I want you to take a few moments to do that now. And I'm sorry, if I haven't said it before, write these down so that when it's time to circle your syllables, you can do that too. Hopefully by now you are done blending each word. All right, let's go over it together. Well, what chunks did you notice in this first word? I noticed SCR, says skr. I noticed ING, says ing. And I know usually when 2 of the same letters come together, they're saying the same sound. So I know this says. So if I were to successively blend this word, it would be scruff, scruffing. So if you said scruffing for that first word, I'll say, and I'll give your brain a kiss. Mwah. Next word, beginning GH, says G. So if you said GH, says G, great job. UI says ooh. And then TCH says ch. So I found all my chunks. Now I'm going to go back to the beginning and successively blend. G, oo, gooch, gooch. So if you said gooch for this second word, I said, I'll give your brain a kiss. Mwah. Next one, SL. SL says slool. Again, PP comes together to make the same sound. Ooh. We have ER. We have an R-controlled vowel. And then final Y says E, or I? Well, let's do this together. Don't forget that I. Slip, slipper, slippery. Or if I wanted to do I, slippery. But I know slippery is a real word, so I'm going to stick to slippery. Awesome. Now that we have successively blended each word, I want you to write down the number of syllables in each word. Remember, syllables are made up of vowels, A, E, I, O, U, or vowel chunks. Make sure you sound out each word and tap it out, and then figure out the syllables in each word, or the vowels or the vowel chunks in each syllable. All right, let's go. Remember to circle the vowel chunks. Going back to double check my work. Ooh, my knee. Had my legs crossed for too long. Okay. All right, if you're not done, it is okay. Pause the video, and when you press play, we'll go over it together. Alrighty, friends. For the first one, scruffing. Scruffing. Tap it out. Scruffing. 2. The U and the I. Those are the two vowel or vowel chunks making up the two syllables. Next one, gooch. If you said UI, because UI is coming together to make that ooh sound, give your brain a kiss. Mwah. Also, let's tap it out. Gooch. Snap it out. Gooch. There's only one syllable. The next one, slippery. Well, let's clap it out or tap it out. Slippery. 3. Slippery. 3. So if there's 3 syllables, there should be 3 chunks or 3 vowels that you're circling. For the E, and then final Y. This Y is actually making a vowel sound. So, I forgot to put this one. Sometimes Y, when it makes a vowel sound. So if it says the I or the E sound, in this case, it says slippery. Or if you said slippery. Those are the 3 vowels. Thanks again for joining me for word study. You guys are amazing. And if you ever have any questions, again, feel free to reach out to your homeroom teachers. Or if you want to reach out to me, that's cool too. Just let your parent know. Alrighty, friends. It was really good to see or doing word study with you today. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.